Hi, SVNs. This is Remo here again. One thing I really love about our SV Praise and Prayer group is I don't get treated with any special treatment there. I'm just another bloke who went through the same rhyme and rigor of life like each one of you did. Having said that, what really irritates me is when I go to a church or when I go to a meeting, when I get praised as a person who's doing some great work for the Lord. And because I'm a missionary, I'm a special person, I'm given special treatment. It irritates me simply because there is nothing special about what I am doing. And I can quite also understand why the people who invite me treat me with special honor and special dignity and special privileges. It all stems from our understanding of what sacred is and what secular is, the whole divide of sacred and secular that we have created in our own spectrum. Right here in our group, a few weeks back, there was a video of a guy in fatigues with his gun giving a very emotional talk about God being our protector, provider, and rescuer. I took serious offense to that simply because the guy was supposed to be standing the post, not preaching a message. And when I said that, some of them kind of took offense to that and said, you may be right, but what he said had a lot of value. We tend to put things that we call as spiritual a little bit more value, and that stems from two or three reasons. One reason is that our whole understanding of the church. The church originally is called ecclesia. Ecclesia basically means set apart or called out. But that is, we are called out from a world that is broken to live a life that is holy. We are not called out to be separate and not connected to that world. By that logic, my brothers and sisters, I have a job for each one of you that's working in the corporate right here in Malkandri. Resign right now and come and join me. If that's the logic that we are talking about, secular being less important and sacred being far more important, or spiritual things being far more important, just turn in your resignations, come right over to Malkandri. I'll either take you in or find you another place where you can go and work within the church and within the confines of what people would call as sacred. But the reality, my brothers and sisters, everything in this world belongs to the Lord. Unfortunately, the fallen world has corrupted it, which is why in Romans 8:21 and 22 we hear about, Paul talks about everything groaning and being restored back to the Lord. The creation groans to be restored back to the Lord. So that basis clearly states that everything belongs to the Lord. Or in 1 Peter 2:5 it talks about the priesthood of all believers, which means if you're working in a company, you're a priest in the company. If you're working in a school, you're a priest in the school. If you're a mother at home, you're a priest at home. Or should I say priestess? I don't know if that's the right word or English word before Danny starts correcting me for my English. But generally you get the point. It doesn't matter where the Lord has called you and placed you. If the Lord has called you for a vocation like mine, to come and live in rural India, to serve in rural India, that's where I'm supposed to be a priest. So my dear brothers and sisters, let's not aspire for what we believe is sacred and aspire and put people on pedestals just because they are a priest or a missionary or a Christian worker or a pastor. Remember, your job is as important to the Lord as is mine. So if you really want to be praising and glorifying the Lord, then do what the Lord has called you to do, and do it as a priest where the Lord has placed you. A friend of mine who encourages businessmen to be Christian businessmen to be witness and use their business as a witness, he said, if the Lord has called you to be a businessman, if the Lord has called you to be an IT professional, if the Lord has called you to be a mother, if the Lord has called you to be a teacher, do not lower yourself and become a missionary. When I first heard this, I was irritated and angry because it was attacking the core of my identity. But when you dwell a little bit more on that, and you understand in the light of 1 Peter 2:5 on the priesthood of all saints, all believers, then it makes complete sense. So my dear brothers and sisters, enjoy your priesthood wherever the Lord has placed you as a priest. There's nothing sacred, there's nothing secular. Of course, there is sin and the Lord's holy life, but that is not sacred versus secular, but that's a different discussion altogether. May the Lord help each one of us to be priests where He has called us and where He has placed us to be. God bless you.